I be the a-hole for calling off the wedding because my future mother-in-law called me stupid?
She's stupid.
She's
Call it
stupid.
off. Call the whole wedding's stupid. Call it off.
Umirani says, I, 23 female, am engaged to John.
No. Not me.
24 male. We have been together for 5 years. We want to get married in July 2025. I always thought that his family liked me because we got along so well. He has 2 older brothers, 26 male and 29 male, both married. Honestly, I'm very excited to have them all as my in-laws. They were always kind to me.
Aww. Some
kind of important information. About a year ago, when I was scrolling on Instagram, I saw a profile that was kind of cringy, but in a cute way. It was an older woman's profile who shared inspirational quotes. I remember one particular post, and it was something in the lines of, only stupid people pretend to know everything. Don't pretend. Just ask. Honestly, this quote changed me in a lot of ways.
Ooh.
Before that, I was always worried that I might embarrass myself if I don't know something. And after reading that quote, I realized that if I always pretend that I know everything, then I'll miss out on actually getting to learn about things. So I decided to change my habits and start admitting that sometimes I genuinely don't know. Someone is talking about the war in Kosovo? Okay, sure, but first let me ask some questions so I can really understand what we're talking about. And I ask a lot of questions sometimes.
Nice.
Okay, she sounds great.
This is a great philosophy of life.
Yeah, if you have questions, ask them.
I'm rocking with it.
I sometimes even open the Notes app and write in some questions that I later want to find answers to. These are my latest. 1. How does the time work in the black hole? 2. Why do some snails have shells and others don't?
Ooh.
3. What food is okay for ducks? I actually know that answer. Frozen peas. Frozen peas are okay for ducks. How does the light bulb work? The old ones with gas inside them. Does everyone see colors the same? And how can we know that? Also know that one. No, we don't see colors the same. Everyone has different. Everyone
What color is
sees them
the
slightly
shirt?
different. No,
Yeah,
everyone
what color
sees
is
them
the
slightly
shirt?
differently.
What color is the shirt?
No, but we can both decide. Like we both know that it's brown,
This
but
is
we
brown.
probably
Then it's
see-
brown.
Yeah, but we see it in
Wrong.
different.
Like
Yeah.
my
Your
brown is your
is a
red.
could be slightly different than my brown.
Slightly different?
It's like
Slightly
fingerprints.
different.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can accept slightly different.
Yeah, and of course, there's also people who are colorblind who see it completely differently.
When people say that, or like oh, what if we all see it's like when you go on like Photoshop and you do like inverted and it looks like just crazy with like.
No, I don't think it's that. I think it's just slightly different.
I can get down with that.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, I mean, it's the same. I think from what I've read,
Yeah.
a comparison would be, we have different eyesights.
Fair enough. Anyways, total side tangent aside.
Sorry. Well, no, this was relevant.
I mean, she did ask the question.
She asked the question. Sorry for the long introduction, but it was kind of necessary for understanding what kind of person I am. I know that sometimes I might come across as annoying. Now on to the problem. His parents hosted a small barbecue last weekend only for the family. So it was the mom, 54 female, dad, 59 male, brothers, 26 male, 29 male, and their wives, 27 female and 27 female. I was the last person who showed up because I had to work late. I entered the house, and when I was walking towards the back of the house in the backyard, I heard John's mom talking about me. To be honest, she wasn't talking about me, more like mocking me.
Oh.
I heard her say in a high-pitched voice, "How does the sun work? Where should I put the fork? Why does nobody like me? How do I wipe my butt?" She sucks.
Yeah, you suck.
She sucks.
You whack, bruh.
I could never imagine
She
mocking
sucks.
someone.
Yeah. I just stood there. I had this sinking feeling. I couldn't move, so I just stood there. And I heard them all laughing. One of the wives said, "I actually don't mind her always asking questions. I think it's cute." Shout out.
Boom.
Shout out.
Big up.
And it made me hopeful that they will say something like, "Yeah, sure, we're just playing. We love that." But none of them did. Instead, the mom replied, "It's not cute. She's just stupid."
Oh.
And then they laughed again. I heard John laughing. My heart kind of broke in that moment because he didn't even say one positive thing. He didn't defend me. He just laughed. I quietly turned around and left the house. I texted John that I got sick and have to stay home. Now I'm wondering how I should approach this situation. Divorce. I mean, actually, pre-divorce.
Pre-divorce.
We live together and I sleep in the guest bedroom for now, and I use the excuse that I don't want him to get sick from being around me. I can't ignore him forever, and I can't pretend to be sick anymore because it's been too long. I'm not sure how I proceed. Maybe it was just a misunderstanding. I'm considering talking to them about this, but I'm also worried that they won't be honest with me. I can't marry him if he really thinks I'm stupid, but I also can't marry into a family who thinks so little of me. But maybe it was a joke and I shouldn't take it so seriously. I'm so torn apart, and every day I convince myself a bit more that it's okay, and sometimes we should all laugh about ourselves. Now I feel like I'm just going crazy. I would really appreciate some advice.
To be clear, especially to everyone in the comments right now, this is not me. This is someone besmirching the good John name.
John, how could you do this? How could you do this?
How could you?
I don't do this. That's how.
Likely story.
Yeah.
We have you in 4K.
It's so likely that it's literally true.
It's literally true.
That's how likely it is.
Exactly. Wait, no. It's likely that you are in the story.
No, it's likely that it's true that I'm not in the story.
Wrong. But anyway, there are some relevant comments.
Oh.
Beck 2010 says, tell John what you heard. Tell him of all the things you heard. His reaction hurt you the most. Tell him you cannot believe how cruel his mother was, and his laughter and failure to stand up for you was like a knife in the heart. Then ask him, why should I marry you? Someone who is comfortable laughing at me when they think I can't hear them? You know, I ask questions to better understand something. The smartest person in the room is the person who knows they don't know everything and is not afraid to ask. When I heard everyone, all I could hear was ignorance, unkindness, a lack of grace, and no love whatsoever. How very graceful of you and your family to mock someone. Frankly, I'd call off the wedding. Damn. I agree.
I disagree.
You don't think they should call off the wedding?
Yeah, I think that it's very, very indicative of something much worse, which is that he doesn't respect or defend, or maybe he also finds these personality traits of his fiance annoying to the point of it like not being a compatible match.
But why wouldn't you call off the wedding?
I think it needs a sit down. I think he deserves to be confronted with
yeah,
that and just kind of further unraveling to kind of get more to the core.
I think she needs to talk to him either way.
10,000%
before calling off the wedding.
Yeah. I think that they should absolutely talk, but off of this one interaction alone,
Oh yeah, well
yeah.
I think she needs to talk to him, but depending on his answer, I think she might have to call off the
you're
wedding.
predicting that.
I'm predicting that she calls off the wedding.
And because like his behavior is actually much, he's not the guy who she thinks he is, kind of thing.
For example, if we found out like, oh, he just didn't stand up for her, that's still bad.
That's true.
Still bad.
True. And
I would be like, well, I don't know if I can trust you. Option two is he agrees. He agrees with his mom and thinks she's stupid. Done.
Bad.
Done. But there is an update, so let's get into it. 3 days later. First of all, I wanted to say thank you to people who reached out to answer my questions about black holes, snails, ducks, light bulbs, and other stuff. So sweet. I would love to have you as my friends. For the other people who said I should just shut up, I don't really care if you find me annoying or hard to be around. I am okay with that.
Sophia's allergic to those idiots.
I'm okay. I'm allergic to you freaking stupid people.
His own tight.
I don't exist to please everyone. What a great philosophy. Honestly, OP sounds really cool.
OP does.
He's like, I don't exist to please everyone, and if I have a question, I'm gonna freaking learn.
I like it.
That's the energy we need to have.
That's correct.
Yeah.
That's correct, Sophia.
I didn't expect my post to gain so much attention, but I'm so grateful for the advice. Most of you told me to break up with him and at the very least confront him. So that's what I decided to do. You gave me a push and the confidence to do it. But before I did that, I texted the wife of John's brother, the one who said she liked me asking questions, and I asked if we could meet up for coffee. She said sure. We met, and I didn't see the point in pretending to her that I didn't hear their conversation. So after some small talk, I just said, I heard you all talking about me during the barbecue. She immediately got sad and said she feels embarrassed. She explained that it wasn't a joke, wasn't out of context, that it was just mean and hurtful. Shout out this woman. She sounds great.
This is awesome.
Yeah. She said she's sorry for not defending me more. She said, oh, but I said that's It's okay, and I understand. I told her that I don't blame her for anything and just wanted to make sure that I understand the situation and see it for what it really was. And it really was laughing about me behind my back. Just bullying. At this point, I just had to confront John. In my last post, so many comments were saying that he will probably try gaslighting me. And you were right. We were having dinner together for the first time since the barbecue happened because before I tried my best to avoid him. Yes, I know, not very mature of me, but other than you guys, I don't really have a strong support system. My family and best friends are hundreds of kilometers away. I only have 2 good friends here, so I was stressed and I thought I was going to pass out. My legs were shaking and I was terrified because I knew deep down that this is the moment when my 5-year relationship goes down the drain. I looked him in the eyes and asked, "How does the sun work?"
Ooh.
He looked confused.
Good line.
So I followed with, "Where should I put my fork? Why does nobody like me?"
Ooh.
At this point, realization hit him and he started nervously laughing. I said I was there and I heard them. After the initial shock passed, he got mad. He said it's rude to eavesdrop.
Oh.
I said it's rude to bully people. He tried telling me that it was just a joke, that I shouldn't be so uptight, that it really was funny. I said that I didn't find it funny and went to the guest bedroom to calm down. He started panicking. He was asking me to please talk to him. He was much more apologetic and said that he will be 100% honest with me. I asked him if his mother had made similar comments before the barbecue. He said yes. I asked him if he ever defended me. He said he tries to, but I don't know if I believe him. Yeah, I mean, he didn't at all. He told me he loves me and respects me, but I don't know if I believe it either. I said that I love him too, but I need a break. He's all I've ever known. He was my first and only partner. I have no outside perspective of this. I have no experience. I need a moment to think. I will be going to my friend's house for a while to think everything through. The apartment has his name on the lease anyway. After I gathered some of my things and left, he kept texting me non-stop. He tried calling, but I didn't respond. I was very hurt because he tried to belittle my feelings, and only later, when he realized that I might break up with him, did he start apologizing.
Oh.
The next day, I decided to give him another chance to explain himself, and I came back to the apartment. He seemed very sad and tired. He said that he told his mother that I overheard him. I said, I don't care. It's his time to step up and show me that he cares.
Oh.
I am not interested in an apology from his mother. I'm already done with her. And I can't put up with this behavior and mocking me like we're in primary school.
Tell him.
So good. I saw comments saying that probably her ego is hurting. I think it's true. She never got the chance or never had desire to have an education.
Stupid.
Freaking stupid. She's a very good homemaker, but outside of that, she doesn't have many interests of her own. If I'm asking her about making tomato soup, she will be talking for 30 minutes, lecturing me about adding enough sugar, but not too much. She will lecture anyone who is willing to listen. But anytime someone is talking about something she's not familiar with, she gets defensive and tries to imply that nobody cares about that and it's not relevant to her. It shouldn't be discussed.
Yeah, I mean, insecurity.
Yeah, she seems very insecure. Once again, he tried telling me that I should just relax because it was only a joke. And at this point, I had enough. I took off my ring and told him that this behavior is a joke and I can't be the punchline. Opie is coming to this argument with like a machine gun amount of like zingers.
After all the questions she's asked, she's just learned how to dish it.
Bam.
You know what? Sound off, Opie.
Sound freaking off.
Sound off, girl.
You came with the receipts.
Give it to him.
And you're not coming out without your money back.
That's right. Nice.
Thank you.
You did a great singer too.
Thanks.
Everyone's singing.
We'll get back to the story, but something funny happened this weekend. So I was playing basketball with like a bunch of these old guys.
Right.
And the other team was a bunch of like younger dudes, 25 and plus.
Okay.
And I was with these like older guys and they were running, and dude, these young guys were literally running circles around the old guys. And while they were playing, this one guy on my team, the old team, popped his knee and had to leave. It was really bad.
Like, what did it look like?
I didn't look. I didn't want to look. I just saw him hobble off, and then I just played the rest of the game.
Oh, man.
Yeah, and he was like, where do I go? And I didn't know what to say.
Bro sounds like me. What's going on?
There's only one place that you send someone who's hobbling off the court, and that's ZocDoc.
ZocDoc is a free app and website where you can search and compare highly rated in-network doctors near you.
And instantly book appointments with them online.
And y'all, all of these docs have verified reviews from actual real patients.
We're talking about booking appointments with tens of thousands of top-rated, patient-reviewed, credible doctors and specialists.
And you can filter the ones that take your insurance.
And treat basically any condition you're searching for.
Wow. The typical wait time to see a doctor booked on ZocDoc is just between 24 and 72 hours.
Sometimes even in the same day.
Y'all, I use ZocDoc. We use ZocDoc. You should use ZocDoc too.
Go to ZocDoc.com/OKOP and download the ZocDoc app for free. Then find and book a top-rated doctor today.
That is ZocDoc.com/OKOP, ZocDoc.com/OKOP. Let's get back to the episode.
I told him that I wish him and his family the best and to look in the mirror to check if they really are as superior as they think they are. I said I'm going to be back with my friends soon to pick up the rest of my stuff and to not contact me again unless it's about moving my things out. And that's it. I'm done. Thank you all for the advice. Without you, I wouldn't have had the confidence to leave this man. I know I deserve better. I can't be with someone who can't stand up for me, and I wouldn't be able to feel comfortable around his family. So I'm done with the relationship. I hope they will treat his next girlfriend better. Thank you again, Reddit, for advice. And there are some comments to finish this off.
Get into it.
Elemental Help says, once again, he tried telling me that I should relax because it was only a joke, and at this point, I had enough. I took off my ring and told him that his behavior is a joke. I can't be the punchline. And then this person comments, not me fist pumping the air after reading this epic line. OP, you are my hero. Well done. Same. Trilander Shock says, he said it's rude to eavesdrop. LMAO, the audacity of this man. You're so rude for listening to the crap we were talking about you in the house you were in. The irony of him and his garbage family calling you stupid when he tried pulling this inane nonsense is priceless. Your instincts are completely right, and you clearly are a smart girl with a good head on your shoulders. I'm also a person who loves learning about the world, and I promise you can find plenty of people who cherish and admire your curiosity. And that is the end of that story.
Honestly, like, slight side tangent, but
Yeah.
asking, like, kids are so curious.
Kids are so curious.
And
Constantly asking, why is the sky blue? Why, what about that? What about that?
And it's like
That's how you learn.
it's the greatest thing ever. And like something happens to us when we're adults and it's like, oh, you're stupid for asking a question. Or that's like the, I don't know, whatever. And I just love that OP has this like mindset. And honestly, that's one of my takeaways from the story.
No, I feel like I don't know if I always like take away a lot from some of these stories, but this, I'm like, I do want to go forward and ask questions when I have them.
Same.
I think that as adults, learning is stigmatized. And we see this, in asking questions, but also in learning how to draw. You're not allowed to be bad at something when you're adult, or you don't give yourself permission to be bad at something.
That's so true.
Because, if you started drawing as an adult and you were drawing freaking stick figures and someone came up, they would be like, you're drawing stick figures?
100%.
Like, what the heck? But if a child were drawing stick figures, we'd be like, yes, good job. You're doing amazing. And that's how they get better.
I want to do things that I'm terrible at and have people encourage me in a baby voice.
I agree. If you want to freaking go out there and learn how to play piano, who am I to say, oh God, your piano playing is terrible?
Dang.
Yeah.
Who are you to say that?
Who am I to say that?
Nobody.
Actually, we should be supporting each other when we're learning new things.
That's true.
And that's my takeaway.
I took away that. I took away just thinking about the disrespect that the ex gave.
Agreed.
Absolutely trash.
Agreed.
And what was the question of this episode again?
When should you stand up for a partner in front of your family? From your family?
Pretty much always.
Always.
Maybe unless I could see some scenarios where both like the partner and the person they're defending is maybe worse off, and it's like not worth it. But I think that those scenarios are very, very, very small. You know what I mean? I'm trying to like think of one like
what?
something basically where it's not worth it.
Oh, to stand up for them. Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
But I can't. The prop now. I think there's many cases where it could be like some random adult in your life or something. If they like, or like you're standing in line, someone's like, "Oh well, that's a stupid pick" or something. It's like, who cares? I don't want to engage with you because you're like a stranger. But it's the dynamics change because you probably have to have some sort of exposure to your in-laws.
Yeah.
And your partner's family.
Yeah.
So it is an interesting
balance.
But basically, I can't even think of one scenario where you shouldn't defend your partner in front of their family and everyone else. That's all I have to say.
All he has to say.
But that's not all I have to read.
No.
Okay? Sit your freaking butts in those seats.
Get your butts back in your chairs.
Plant your cheeks.
And start your engines.
And get ready for this. Am I the a-hole for threatening my family after they insulted my wife in front of me? This is the opposite energy of what we just got.
Yeah, no,
Fight back.
We're about to find out if they should have defended.
I, 22 male, and my wife, 21 female, young married couple. We have been together since childhood. We've been dating since I was 17. Problem is she was met with an accident around the time she was 11. And since then, she couldn't walk. We are working on it, but it isn't promising at all.
Oh.
So we got married 8 months ago. My family, her family, and all of our friends joined us. My family criticized me for marrying so early and being rash. I have 2 elder brothers, and they are 2 years apart, and 1 elder sister who is 4 years older than me. They attended my wedding, and I thought they accepted her. But a few days ago, we had a family dinner because finally my eldest sister was going to get married. Everything was going good. We joked around, drank, ate, danced, etc., etc. Everything's looking beautiful. Everything's looking great, right, Sophia?
So festive, yes.
Nothing's going to go wrong.
Not a thing.
Not a thing?
Not a thing.
My wife was sleepy, so I took her upstairs and put her to sleep. Adorable. She can't handle alcohol at all. I came downstairs, and after a while, out of nowhere, my sister said that it's better if my wife is not present in her wedding. No sense is being made. Explain. I thought it was a joke, so I laughed, and she said she was serious. I asked her why. She simply said that she wants me to be beside her and not carry my wife around.
Whoa. Okay, so she's just ableist.
She
just sucks.
That's exactly what it sounded like here, Sophia.
Wow. Yikes.
I was like, what? She's not a burden. She's family. And I told her that. And she said after that, she accepts my wife, but I will end up paying too much attention to my wife instead of being with her. And it's only reasonable that a brother should always be with his sister during her wedding. What do you want to marry the brother? Like, hey, I don't want to read my vows without you right across from me.
I need you to be right next to me.
I need you to be right next to me at all times. It's like,
and you clearly can't have any sort of wheelchair.
No. If it was up to OP's sister, I'd be like, so you're telling me all your family has to literally be right beside you,
right next to you,
hovering in like a crew, like.
And clearly the only way that the wife can come is if he carries her.
Yes. That's literally the only way. Ma'am, you're making no sense. I just said that I will always be with her. She doesn't have to worry about my wife. That's when my brothers come in. They said that I've done enough for my wife, and it's time for me to do something for my sister. They said I should have married another woman instead of a burden.
Ooh.
Oh my God, they suck so much.
They're all ableist.
They're all ableist.
It's all of them.
It's all of them. It
there
is
they
all
are,
of them.
officer.
Get them.
Get them.
Arrest them.
Get them.
They're ableist.
I looked at my dad, and he just gave me a sign to calm down.
I hate the dad too.
Dad, you're an accomplice.
You're an accomplice.
But my mother joined in as well and told me that my siblings are right.
Oh my God, I hate them all.
My wife shouldn't join the wedding because I won't pay attention to my siblings and wedding and keep taking care of my wife.
Oh my God.
Yeah, you know, when she's sitting there next to me during the ceremony, everyone knows I have to stare at her like I can't keep my eyes. If everyone knows that, right?
Everyone knows that.
If my wife is here, my eyes are literally just. That's how he stares at his wife when she's in the room always. Guys,
what is your thought process?
What?
It's stupid.
What are we actually
stupid
doing here? I finally lost my cool. After hearing all this, I went sober. I said, if my wife is not invited, then I'm not invited either.
Yes.
A king amongst us.
A king, a Jake amongst us.
I said, I'm leaving.
Good.
As I was going upstairs to wake my wife and leave, my family stopped me and said, I'm being unreasonable. I said, I'm not in the mood right now.
I'm not in the freaking mood.
Buckos.
I'm not in the freaking mood.
If I hear another offensive word, I'll do something we will all regret.
Yeah.
Dude.
Punch him.
That's how to
freaking punch him.
I'll do something we will all regret.
Ooh,
Another great
zinger.
line.
Zinger.
We've been getting so many great zingers lately.
I hardly know her.
Nice. I always love just taking any word and just saying that. It always makes it funny.
It's great. It's great.
Hibiscus. I hardly know her.
Oh wait. Oh, I see.
It's anything.
Oh, I actually saw one. I was study abroad. We call them women now.
That's good. Oh, our side tangents. I grabbed my wife and we went back home. And she asked why we left. I said I got urgent work in the morning. My boss called me on short notice. She bought it, but my family kept saying that I was in the wrong for threatening them. So am I the a-hole for the way I reacted?
No. Stand up for your wife. She's cool. Your family sucks. That's it.
Hey, Sophia. When people do something wrong, are there no consequences?
Wrong.
Oh, there are consequences.
This is a PSA.
PSA.
If you do something wrong, there are consequences.
That's right.
You wouldn't steal a car.
Nope. So why steal someone's joy and decency and dude, this family, I just want to slap.
I just want to slap them.
I'm sorry, but I'm not sorry. But we do have some relevant comments. Okay.
How relevant?
Opie says, "Don't call my father a coward." Whoa.
Who called your father a coward?
Apparently somebody.
Someone called your father a coward?
A little defense going on.
Okay, well, I'm not going to call your father a coward.
That's it.
But actions speak louder than no words.
Ooh. Another zinger. Another line. I'm not his only child. He has other kids and a wife. I do not doubt even for a moment that he wouldn't defend me in this situation. No. He literally didn't?
He didn't defend you. You were in the situation and he didn't defend you. What do you mean?
I'm very confused.
He's like, no, I do not doubt that my father wouldn't come to bat for me if we were in this situation.
That exactly happened.
That happened already and he didn't come to bat for me.
Missile Gomez says, I do not even doubt for a moment that he wouldn't defend me. Did he though? He didn't. Literally exactly what we just said. Nene55 says, that's where I was going to. Just motioned him to be calm. Super supportive, that dad. Yeah. And then Annie Shaw says, if he won't stand up for you during a moderate argument, what makes you think he'll stand up for you if it escalates?
True.
When relationships could be broken. This was the time to take your side, not be neutral. Neutral is another word for enabling. Enabler.
Caught. There he is, officer. There's the enabler.
Get him. Oh, the enabler strikes again. Tonight at 11.
He's a tricksy one, that enabler.
The enabler strikes again. And they said that he would speak up, but he didn't.
He didn't.
And the time he enabled just like he always does.
Oh, that enabler.
Yeah, I mean, here's the question. Off of this one interaction, do we go absolutely no contact with the family,
I
Sophia.
think low contact.
Low contact, yeah.
I think low contact.
Because it's like, okay, this was super, super heinous.
Yeah.
I'm not going to totally nuke it, but I'm going to pull way back and just kind of like, you're kind of like more observing than interacting at that point. Is it like, okay, is there any sign that you'll improve or be
take
good?
That back.
Or are you just going to keep plodding down this path? Which, if they keep plodding down the path,
no contact.
That's a no contact for me, dog.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Because
this is egregious.
Wow. Sophia, I think you need to slow down a little bit.
I can't.
Not all of us can have these great singers.
My husband is not invited to my brother's wedding.
Throw a wedding and don't invite him to it.
Don't invite him. So anonymous 8/10/2022 says, my 33 male brother, 30 male, is getting married this summer. The invitations have been sent out, and even though I'm married, my husband is not invited. Oh, I see. Homophobia.
Yes. Oh, dude, nice work, Riley.
I forgot the title of the wedding.
Me too.
Yeah, the story. In December, I'll have been married to him for 5 years and together with him for a total of 15 years. None of my other brothers and sisters are married or in a relationship, but they all have been afforded a +1, as has every other adult guest, whether they are married or not.
Losers.
My brother tried to tell me there's no room on the guest list. I'm extremely hurt and disappointed that he's excluding my husband and that my other brothers and sisters, my parents and my grandparents say that he is right. There is no room.
What?
That I can't force my husband on the guest list and that I'm wrong to be upset.
Yes, I can. Watch me.
They've never outright shown that they're against my husband, but now I know better. Before now, he was always included in family events. It really hurts. And update, a little baby update.
Ooh.
People who said in the comments that it was because of the bride are right. I tried talking to my brother about this, and he said his fiance and her family don't believe in gay marriage, so that's why they didn't invite him, my husband, and told everyone that I'm straight. I'm not going to the wedding. Thank you for the support.
You know what I would say? You might not believe in gay marriage. I don't believe in your marriage.
Oh.
Or straight. That, you know what? We're
farther.
Scorched earth.
Yeah.
Get out of my face.
I don't believe in it.
Get out of my face.
You're telling me you're marrying a woman? Likely story.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, a woman.
A woman.
People do that?
Shut up. Not having it.
There's the door.
There he is, officer. Get him in his bride. Unbelievable. But there are some comments. Oh.
Strong Extension says that's truly awful to hear, but I would consider not going to an event where my partner of 15 years isn't welcome. Tell them you're going to save them another guest on the list. After finding out the reasoning, absolutely.
Which it sounds like is exactly what OP did.
Yeah.
Right move, given the circumstance.
Absolutely. And OP says, I have told him I'm staying home and not going to Brisbane for the wedding. Albatross says, I'd still go to Brisbane, just not to the wedding. There are tons of things to do up there. Make it a lovely weekend for you both. If you're lucky, you will run into some friends or extended family, and you can tell them how much fun you're having not going to your brother's wedding because your husband wasn't invited. Maybe even stay at the venue/hotel where everyone else is staying and wander down around, pick up time in shorts and t-shirts, telling everyone you're off to go whale watching since your husband, the groom's brother-in-law, wasn't invited to the wedding. I'd be petty AF with it. I'm confused on what they're suggesting.
Is the whale watching like they're in tuxedos?
I don't know. So they're saying maybe even stay at the hotel, wander around, pick up time in shorts and t-shirt.
Pick up time, like spend time in shorts and t-shirts?
I don't. Oh, maybe like go down to the beach. I'm not quite sure what the advice is there.
Yeah.
OP says, there is no hotel. With the exception of myself, everyone else who was invited lives in Brisbane. And as I said in my post, my family says I'm wrong to be upset about this. They do not care what I think. I have absolutely no desire to be anywhere near people who have hurt me so much.
Yeah, low-key, I know that the commenter was like, oh, hey, like for me, it'd be fun to be petty and get revenge, but I'm almost like, that's kind of just sad to be around all the people that rejected you and don't believe in your love. Sucks.
I wouldn't want to be around them.
Screw them.
Frankly.
They don't even deserve your attempt of revenge. I'm not saying that right, but like,
yeah,
they don't deserve anything.
They don't deserve anything. You should just leave them to their freaking wedding, to their boring wedding.
Have fun sucking at life and not being fun.
Background from my first post. My husband was not invited to my brother's wedding. Blah, 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 blah. All of my siblings were single, but they were all given a +1, as were the other adult guests. It was only my husband who wasn't invited and me who wasn't allowed to have a +1. My brother's fiance and her family thought my lifestyle was wrong, so her and her brother told everyone I'm straight and not married. Previously, I'd never had any issues with my brother's fiance, but apparently she always believed I'm a degenerate. None of my other siblings, my parents, or my grandparents sided with me. They said I was wrong for being upset. Your parents and your family sucks.
Lily X Pilly said it best. Don't waste your energy.
Don't waste your energy.
Don't do it.
If they're not going to support you and your husband, then they don't deserve to be in your life.
Bye-bye.
I didn't go back to Brisbane where my family and my brother's fiance / her family all live for the wedding. No one from my family has spoken to me since, due to how upset they are that I tried to make your brother's wedding about you, in their words. Me being upset that my husband wasn't invited and my brother telling his fiance's family I'm straight means I made the wedding all about me. I have realized my family wasn't actually supportive of me being gay as I thought. They wanted to keep up appearances for the wedding. It's been almost 2 years. Even after everything, I still miss them sometimes, but I always know it's better for me this way. My husband has been wonderful. His family, who are the exact opposite of mine, and they have been wonderful as well. I've had a few messages asking for an update. I appreciated all the kind comments in my other post.
I think OP brought up an interesting point, which I don't often think about in these, which is like, there might be aspects when people like, it's a pretty clear cut case of like, okay, let me just move on. These families suck. They don't support me, et cetera, et cetera. Probably a lot of times they're like, hey, maybe there's parts of my family that I did enjoy and do miss, but I ultimately know I'm better off. Yeah, they're not really your family. I'm better off this way. And it's like, maybe you can every once in a while you might have those pangs of like, oh man. You can never,
I mean, like, they're your family. You can never just, it's very hard to just move on without ever thinking of them. But I think OP's in the right of realizing that having that relationship without making them, work for it, is not going to be healthy in the long run for OP.
And you should not have to be the one to like sit around and twiddle your thumbs waiting for them to come around and actually treat you with respect.
No. Comments, driver picks the tune, says, I'm sorry your family is allowing and participating in this behavior. It sucks to miss them, even when it's for the best. Sending love and hugs. And Empress Ray says, I'm happy you found the love and family you deserve, dear. Continue to cherish each other.
Oh,
how sweet. And that is the end of that story.
That is finito. Am I the a-hole for going out to eat without my husband / kids because they didn't wash the dishes? All I know is maybe you can go out to eat without your family, but as long as you always # eat out the rich.
Whoa.
That's all I'm saying.
Shout out.
This comes from cardiologist Least404, who says, both my husband and I work full time. I work real estate and he works at a shipyard. We both collectively work around 50 to 60 hours per week. We have 4 kids, 13-year-old twins, a 12-year-old, and an 8-month-old. Wow, what a range. My husband has every weekend off. I do not. I implicated a chore system from the time my kids were little. But ever since I had the baby and since the kids are older, all of them have slacked off tremendously, including husband. I pick our baby up from daycare around 5 p.m. And when I get home, I usually find my husband on the couch on his phone and the kids in their rooms playing video games / watching makeup tutorials.
Maybe you should watch cleaning tutorials.
Do that. Learn how to
think about that.
Learn how to scrub a surface. You
scrub.
scrub. The house is generally a mess, and honestly, the only issue I have is the dishes. I couldn't give F all about anything else because the rest of the house generally isn't dirty, just cluttered. But I have expressed several times that I am tired of having to wash all the dishes in order to cook, and have lashed out in some not so nice ways. Shut off the internet entirely and took the cord with me to work so no one could use the Wi-Fi / watch TV. Dude, go off.
Yes. Punish them.
I've canceled family trips, groundation.
I have no idea.
Grounding, maybe passing out some groundings. Got into big arguments with my husband. Things will change for a week to a month and then switch right back to them refusing to help. I'm honestly so tired of it that I don't even have the energy to speak up anymore. As I said, my husband has weekends off, so he and the kids were home yesterday while I worked. Before I took off for the day, I told them, you guys' chores had better be completed by the time I get home. Classic mom line.
Mm-hmm.
If there was a classic mom line, if ever I heard one,
that one,
it's that. They said, yes, ma'am, and I leave. I texted my husband around 4:30 p.m. asking what they all wanted for dinner because I had to stop at the grocery store. I pick up what he said they all wanted and walk into my home to find that not a single dish, ne'er a spoon nor fork had been washed. And there was at least 10 dishes in the sink from when I left that morning.
No.
I also noted that only a load of laundry had been washed and was still sitting in the washer and was never switched to the dryer.
And now it smells mildewy.
Moldy.
Yuck.
Moldy clothes.
Yuck.
Husband was on his butt on the couch watching YouTube. Don't do that unless it's our show. And kids are off playing video games, baby in her walker like a coward.
What is the baby doing?
First
Step up.
Learn to walk, then step up and clean some gosh darn dishes. All right. Come on. So I put the groceries on the table, packed a bag for the baby, and told my husband, have at it. I'm going to Applebee's.
Hell yeah.
And I left. I'm getting the 2 for $20 all for myself. Now, maybe 20 minutes later, he calls and says, I washed the dishes. Sorry, I was super tired today.
I don't care.
I don't know why he's Eeyore, but here we are.
Super tired.
I told him that's zero excuse at all.
Yeah.
Zero. There's 3 older kids who we can get to work, a little machine of children.
He's just teaching them all that they don't have to do anything.
What happened to a united front, sir?
Mm-hmm.
Unite that front. You know what I'm saying? At least delegate.
Delegate.
If anything. You could be, at least if you were a delegating hypocrite, you still could have sat on the couch and at least gotten the dishes done, which is ultimately what your wife asked for.
Literally. Could have done that.
Could have done it. There's 3 older kids who have chores, and he couldn't even step up and tell his kids to complete anything either. It's pure laziness at this point. He said, oh no, I'm sorry. I'm trying to work on it. Can you just come home? I don't know how to make this dish.
Too freaking bad.
It's a pretty difficult dish, but Google is free.
Oh!
Last time I checked.
Oh my God, I love OP.
Okay, OP is sounding off right now.
OP's freaking done.
Sound off, sis.
Sound off.
I told him, no, I'm sitting my butt at Applebee's and will be enjoying my steak and shrimps with the baby in peace. And that him and the older kids can fend for themselves. Because apology or not, I'm not letting him off the hook here. To be honest, quite frankly, do we let the baby off the hook here? No. I don't know.
No.
The baby's done nothing. Listen, if you don't say anything, I don't care if you can't speak words.
Learn.
If you
learn how to talk and speak up.
Yeah. Learn to talk first.
The question of this is, do you stand up for your partner?
Wow. First question, can you stand? Second question, can't you stand up? Oh, goodness gracious. He had me on speakerphone, so him and all the kids laid right into me, asking me to please grab them something from Applebee's.
No.
It's all their favorite restaurant.
I don't care.
I said absolutely not.
I said absolutely not.
Ooh, get him with the puns. I said absolutely not and hung up the phone. Click. When I
Ring,
returned
ring,
home.
Not home.
When I returned home, the groceries had been put away, and apparently they had grilled cheese and cereal for dinner.
Literally,
Bro, Dad,
you're a disappointment.
dude, Dad's looking. He was already looking bad.
How do you not know? If you're a parent, you need to know. You don't have to be a 5-star restaurant chef.
No,
You got to know how to cook basic meals.
make like
Eggs.
Okay, you have to be able to cook beyond eggs. I'm sorry. If you're a parent, you need to be able to cook beyond eggs.
like you could throw some like asparagus on a pan.
Literally,
throw a
asparagus
salmon
is
on a
so
pan.
easy. Most foods are incredibly easy to cook.
My husband and kids are still pissed at me. I told them this is how it will be every single time they don't do chores from now on.
Good.
Am I the a-hole?
No.
That's a no.
No. No.
I think you kind of give them.
You told
chances.
them so many times.
I think I don't think you have to do this. If there's anything even in that sort of kind of arena, you could say just give the children one final warning of like, if you don't do it, you're going to be I'm gonna go eat by myself, me and the baby. You're going to have to clean everything. You're going to have to make your own food. And every single time after that, you'll have to do that. But I don't think she needed to do that.
No, I think she had already grounded them. She had done all of the other punishments. She's like, okay, you know what?
At her wit's end.
Make your own food. And honestly, he could have ordered something.
Literally. Come on. Oh, Yogi says he couldn't even do breakfast for dinner. Dad is a huge disappointment. Truly, even honestly, like again, some bacon, egg, pancake, like that's at least better than grilled cheese and cereal.
I had a family, like a friend when I was at like a family friend's place. I think I stayed the night, or no, I was sleeping over, and they were like breakfast for dinner, and I had never had that. And this was like somewhat recently.
Breakfast for dinner is literally the most fire thing ever.
I've never done that
Christian
before.
does that every day.
Because
Like,
he wakes up at night.
This guy, he wakes up and he says, should I make, it's like 11 o'clock in the morning. And he's like, should I make hot dogs or breakfast? And what did he say? He said hot dogs.
Yeah.
Big
He
hot
made
dog.
himself hot dogs at 11 o'clock in the morning.
Well, okay, to be fair, 11 o'clock is only 1 hour away from lunch.
It's still morning.
I am honestly in the camp with Riley that when I wake up, I want to eat breakfast foods first.
See, I go by whatever I'm closest to. If I'm if I haven't eaten and it's closer to lunch, then I will just eat lunch.
I'm not like hungry for like
I'm hungry for food.
I have this like yearning. Although now at this point, I have stopped eating so many foods. I eat chocolate granola and salmon.
I need to pick up. I haven't picked up groceries like legitimately in a hot minute because we've been traveling and then I've been just a lot's been going on, so I haven't had groceries.
It's true.
And I don't have anything to eat for breakfast. Guys, if you love us, make sure to subscribe.
We love you.
And see you
tomorrow.
tomorrow.
And bye-bye, members. We love you.
Woo.
See you next time. Mwah!